How I felt? Well, I actually felt that it wasn't so much my feelings, which I think are irrelevant. I just felt that free speech prevailed, because there was an attempt to shut us down, and it was completely out of order. And I just thought that the ability to play the piano in public is a fundamental human right, you know. And so it wasn't so much my feelings, it was more that I felt that it was one of the rare cases where you could see free speech prevailing, or in this case free music prevailing. So I was just glad that right was done. You know, my feelings were irrelevant. I was just glad that the music could be heard. Simple as that, really. Freedom of expression, basically.
Tell me more about what the piano symbolises.
Right, this piano, of course, was donated by Elton John, and it symbolises, of course, artistic freedom. I mean, we've got Winnie the Pooh in. I'm going to take me Winnie the Poohs. Look at this. So we've got Winnie the Pooh, and I didn't get what Winnie the Pooh was all about in China until a few days ago. And you know, for me, the fact that the ruler of China is scared of Winnie the Pooh, and that Winnie the Pooh has been banned in mainland China, and that any videos of Winnie the Pooh are automatically taken down on Chinese social media, blew my mind. I think for me, ZZ just lost all credibility when he's scared of Winnie the Pooh. Look at him, he's a very nice, cuddly little thing. Okay, ZZ might look like him a bit, you know, yeah, all right, ZZ baby. You know, I mean, but what you want about, you know, you've totally lost credibility, mate, with me. You're frightened of Winnie the Pooh. So when I heard that Winnie the Pooh was like garlic to a vampire to the Chinese communists, I just thought, these guys, what are they on about? You know, so I think the power of the arts to scare the despots. You know, how popular arts, our music, poetry, dancing and singing is a threat to those in power, and I'm really trying to bring back that rock and roll rebellious spirit into music. You know, playing music live is one of it. You know, now today, most musicians, big musicians, are more interested in getting their MBEs and their knighthoods rather than challenging, you know, what's wrong. You know, so this is a classic example of about just literally in the street, string musician, pianist, just playing the piano and scaring the life out of the authoritarians. So it's the arts, I think, the power of the arts to crush dictatorships. I think that's what came out for me.
And tell me about the emails that you've received.
You're asking me about the threatening you. Okay, so after the first day that the video came out, a lot of people were really scared because there was this ambiguity when the lady with the hat, we know her name, I'm not going to say it, where she said, "Don't shoot him, don't shoot him." After he raised his voice and said, "Don't touch her," which has now become a meme. I put the video, so it's a great meme now, the Nasty Newton meme. It was ambiguous because the idea was that he was some kind of handler for the CCP and that he was a diplomat and he could have been armed, and like don't shoot him was like an instruction not to shoot him with a gun. Now, and like people were just absolutely freaking out, and I was slightly, I thought, what on earth? I thought I was just playing the piano. Don't shoot the piano player, as Elton John said. But it turns out, so basically for the first 2 days I actually went into hiding. You know, I just kept low and actually lived in my van for 2 days in the countryside, and you'll see the videos in my van, because I thought, what is going on? So I just got out of London and I actually laid low for 2 days until the information came out about who these people were. And they're a bunch of wusses, you know, a complete bunch of wusses. So I'm not scared now, but for the first 2 days it was really hairy, and loads of people were saying to me, go on camera and say you're not feeling suicidal, just in case something happens to you. But now I think it was overblown. All the information is there. The Chinese community has been fantastic, particularly on YouTube, because they've exposed who all these people are. Everybody knows what's going on. But for those first 2 days, it was pretty hairy, and I had lots of emails from people telling me to watch myself, to watch my back. I did have a few threatening emails. I've had emails threatening my life. I didn't take them seriously, but I kept very, very low for 2 days. Now I'm out and about again, nothing's happened.
Doing well.
So I'm feeling a bit like I'm doing well. I'm feeling. I was thinking of getting a couple of bodyguards, but I don't think it's necessary. But I think that threat has passed. But yeah, it was scary, particularly with the threatening emails from some nutters. I don't know who they were from, saying that I was going to die. I'm not going to say what they said, but it was ridiculous. And I thought, so yeah. But now I think it's cool. Now I've got Winnie the Pooh, so I feel quite protected.